Welcome everyone. This is a Viper Professional webinar. Today's date is Thursday, October 12th, 2023. This is a Thursday morning special webinar called Come See Viper Clone, and free Apex account, by the way, for joining Viper. And as everyone knows that's been to our webinars or our live trading room, everything that's said and done at Viper Trading Systems is for educational purposes only. Futures trading, Forex trading, any kind of financial instruments trading involves risk. Therefore, there's always risk of loss. You should only trade discretionary capital, and that is money that you can afford to lose. Nothing said in this webinar. Other webinars I have, live trading room or anything else with Viper Trading Systems, should never be construed as trading or investment advice. And as always, everyone does trade at their own sole discretion. Now, one thing that I personally like to do, by the way, in my webinars, have you ever gone to webinars and they talk for 15, 20 minutes about, I don't know, just stuff that's not even important to trading? I don't do that. I like to start my webinars on time, and I'll show you a couple of things, and then we'll get started, and I'll show you the new clone. Okay, so without further ado, we'll get the standard disclaimer off the screen. Now, in Viper Trading Systems, we do have, our homepage is called vipertradingsystems.com. It's just real easy to get to us. It's a well-made homepage and everything. You can go to our homepage. If you've never had a trial with us, take a 7-day trial. We do have some free training webinars that you're welcome to take. You just click this and give us your name and email address, and you get a link. You actually get a login. Okay, and this goes through different levels of login. So, for instance, if somebody's with us as a member, they've got this login that gives them the latest scripts, the members area, weekly links, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, without that, you just get the trial and things like that. Now, Viper Trading Systems has been in business since 2009, so we're not a Johnny come lately or anything like that. We've been around a long time. And one thing that has been my passion and also my business partner for years and years was Mr. Charles Boyle. He passed away matter of fact, September 28th, literally a year ago. Okay, so basically it's run by myself and my family now. And we've done quite a bit with Viper in that year. So one of the things that I'm going to show you today, as a matter of fact, is one of those things that has been added to Viper Trading Systems. Now, one thing about us, by the way, is you can get in touch with me real easily. With even a lot of these vendors out here, you can't get with anybody. You can't get personal help. Well, I do team viewer support all day long. Literally, if somebody needs help putting on scripts, have a ninja issue, anything like that, I'm more than happy to help. Okay. We do have a contact link. You can even go to our contact page here, or you can go to this little chat widget, click on it, and click chat support. This chat support button right here will actually get you right to my cell phone. It gets you to my wife's cell phone, it gets you to my son's cell phone, it gets you to my daughter's cell phone. So we will get back with you. It's not one of those deals where you have to, peg us and then we'll get back with you in a day or two. No, you'll be immediately seen on our phones and we'll take care of you. Okay, so feel free to put in your name, your phone number, your email address, and a message. It's that easy. Okay, so if you need to get in touch with me, I'll show you the contact link also. Bear with me a second. We'll go ahead and get you the contact link. This has got somebody's name in it, so I'm going to go ahead and get it off first. Bear with me a second. The last person that contacted us. All right, so this is the contact page right here. And on the contact page, this will also get you really quick help too, because you can put in your name, first name, last name, email, a phone number, and a brief message with us. Okay, so you can definitely get in touch with us that way. Also got a phone right at my desk too. You're welcome to call it. Okay, also email, and I'm also on Skype as Viper Trader. So I'm not hard to get a hold of. Okay, so there's never any excuse that you can't get something done or can't get my scripts on or anything like that, because if a person can't figure out how to do it, then just give me a shout, because for 13 years I've been doing this, and I'll make sure that I get your scripts on and get your charts looking the way they should. Okay, and bear with me a second. I'm going to go ahead and go to a chart. Now, since the market's not really moving very much right at this time, and I've got to show you several things, I'm going to literally put the chart into a complete sim mode. So don't trade these, because I'm going to show you a new little tool. Okay, so I'm going to go into actual sim mode on this. We're going to go to a connection called simulated data. It is not real data. I'm going to show you it's actually on a little trend deal, okay? Because what I want to show you is how the new clone will work, okay? Now, what we've done is we've actually engineered something. How many of you clone your trades, so to speak? Do you replicate them with Replicado or copy them with Trade Copier? Anybody? Or are you unfamiliar with the term? Because I'm here to tell you this will change your life. Yeah, there you go. I've got several people chiming in. Yes, I do. Well, one thing about cloning a trade, the beautiful thing about cloning a trade is you can take these quick little pop trades like 5, 6, 7 ticks and do it times like 5 accounts with Apex or something like that, or EarnMax or Top Step Trade or OneUp Trade or UProfit Trade or any of those, and get those accounts funded pretty quickly, and then just go ahead and clone your accounts. Because what this will do, and I'll show you here real quick, we've got a tool called Object Trader, and what Object Trader will do, it's a strategy, it's a NinjaTrader strategy, and you just simply click it, strategy, and it'll pull up Object Trader. Now, Object Trader has been updated in the last month or so with a feature called Clone. Okay, so all I have to do is double click this and put it in the little configured area. And we're going to just leave this in simulated, because even if I had 5 Apex accounts on here, I can start in sim and then clone my live accounts. Okay, so this is really cool. I just simply put it in sim mode. This has already been on a chart, so Object Trader says, whoa, wait a minute, you got me on other charts. So what I got to do is put it back on. It's no big deal. It just knows that I've had some sim charts on with ES. All right, so I turn that back on and we'll be back in business. Okay, so now we have what's called the clone. Notice where it says Viper clones. Now what this does right here is I'm in sim mode on this. Let me just rechange this so you can see. It'll tell you your account number too. We'll take this off and put it back on. We can display the account. Even though it's in sim, we want to go ahead and display it. Okay, so see, that's in sim 101. Now I've got other accounts. Now, since we're doing in simulated data, I've got some sim accounts that I made up. Just pretend these are Apex accounts, okay? So let's say, for instance, you've got 10 Apex accounts and you just want to get some money, you know? I mean, the whole idea of trading is get a little bit of money, right? So what if you did $50 on 10 accounts? You'd be up $500 for the day. What if you did 100? You'd be up 1,000 for the day. See how that concept? And some people will say, well, why would I want extra accounts? Because it mitigates your risk. You know, for instance, if I want to get to $500 on my PA accounts with Apex, I have to take a chance with a couple, maybe 3 contracts to get there. Well, with this right here, you could actually even start with 1 contract and dip your toes, so to speak, and you know, put money in all the accounts. I'll show you how this works. For y'all that have trade copiers, I'm going to show you also. I do have Replicado also, and I'm going to show you the difference in the way this works versus ours here in just a few minutes. Okay, so bear with me just a moment. We're going to go ahead and clone. Now to clone, what we do is we got this little drop down right here that has our accounts in it. Okay, so all I have to do is tell it which accounts I want to trade. Now just pretend again that these are Apex accounts right here. Okay, so when I first click it, It does just like Replicando does. It says it's your sole responsibility to monitor your positions. Okay. Now, when I click this OK, you'll notice that I'm not in any clones yet because this is going to change colors for you also. So let's say I want to clone this account, and even this account. Okay. I can do that, or I can simply clone them all if I want to. See how that turns them on? Okay. But what if I said, you know what, this is only a $25,000 account, so maybe I want to trade micros on it. Click micro, multiplier down here. So every time I fire a trade on here for my regular cloned accounts, it will only fire 3 micros on this one. So you'll be able to control everything. You know, I could even say, well, you know what, I might just do micros on that one too. Okay. No, I changed my mind. Let's go ahead and go off and back on. Now it'll do the full contract. It's that easy. Okay. So when I get in a trade, and I'm going to show you how this will work. And like I say, we're just in like a sim mode. I'm going to put this on like bar close. And if the bar closes up, it'll fire a trade. Then I'm going to show you the control center and show you what happens. Notice how you're in all those accounts right there. Okay. Notice on your positions, you're in all those accounts. Okay. It's that easy to do. Okay. Notice that I'm up like $50. That's times 10 accounts. Could you hit the close button? Yes, you could. Could you hit the flatten all button? Yes, you could. That's like $1,000 bill just by simply jumping into a proper spot on your chart. Then you'll see your accounts cloned. That is a great feature. Nobody on the market has this built into a strategy. Object Trader is a strategy. It's a NinjaTrader strategy. It's got all kinds of ways to get into a trade. You can do a bar close to get into a trade. You can do a box to get into a trade. I'll show you how that works. If I want to use what we call the auto region, I can just simply hit my insert button, and the moment this comes out of this box by X ticks, it will also fire the trade. Okay, so let's just, and watch this in real time. I'm going to show you how this box draws in real time. I've adjusted the little trend. I'll show you how. This draws on the very last 2 bars. Okay, and as soon as the bar closes down, it'll draw on these 2 bars. Watch how the box will redraw itself. You got to set it on auto close. All right, see how it's drawing on the bars? If it closes again, it'll draw on that bar. So what if I said, you know what? I want a trade if you cross back into that box by just touching it. Okay, so if this actually touches inside that box, it will fire a trade. See there? Okay, and notice that it cloned on all my accounts too. Okay, what if I said, you know what? I don't want any risk on this trade, so I'm going to tighten my stop pretty tight. Maybe it'll get up there, maybe it won't, but then see how you clone those accounts like that? Now the beauty of my clone, let's see, this says order can't be changed, can't be less than 1. Oh, I see what that did. That was just because we're on this simulated data here. Okay, so basically what we've done is we've made it to where you've got a cloning device that, let's say for instance, you had seen a trade, and this is a legitimate type trade that I teach in my trading room. This is called a phantom trade. So could you get 10 ticks on that trade pretty easily? Absolutely. What if you did it on 10 accounts? What if you said, now I'm up 250 and I just want to clone one of my accounts? You just change this, and let's say that I just want to do maybe micros now because I'm up $2,500, so who cares? I could do a micro, and by the way, on a micro, it'll fire 1 contract on the sim, but it'll fire, it should fire, let's see if we're on Sim 101, MES long, just 1 second. Probably had to reset that, I'll bet you that's what it was. So we'll turn this off and then we'll go back in. So this is what this clone is going to do. It's going to give you the ability to get all those accounts. Now, I started teaching my son to trade, just to give you an example, and we hadn't even developed the clone at that point. He was trading a couple of contracts, oil or YM or even gold. He'd try to get $250 to $300. He's happy with that. He got 3 Apex accounts funded. He had 4. I went ahead and bought him 7 more, so he's got 11. So now when he gets up, he just simply goes over to his chart, clones 5 of them, and then maybe clones the others if he sees another trade set up. But if you think about this, this can be a very huge deal. A lot of people use like Replicado and Trade Copier. Now let me show you why mine's even a little bit better than theirs. I'm going to show you something here. We're going to go to Replicado, and I'll go ahead and bring this over. Let me get this one out of the way. Take that down. Bring this over. Now with Replicado and Trade Copier, what you have to do is you have to tell it what your leader is. Okay, let's just pretend that this is your master account, and this is 1 through, so totally 1 through 11. You've got 11 accounts, right? Okay, so you have to remember what you set this on each instrument. You know, for instance, this is gold. Let's say that I want to trade oil, and maybe I want to trade ES. But what if I had like a $25,000 account that I only wanted to trade maybe that one account with this sim, but on oil, maybe I wanted to trade these accounts. And then what if on GC, I wanted to trade a different account and these? Can you remember that? I can't. And I've got a pretty good memory. But if I then get into my chart, and let's say that I go to gold and I accidentally fire the trade on sim account, let's pretend it's Apex account 1, but this is on Apex account 2, then it won't fire anything except what they call the leader. Well, with my clone, you tell it the master account, and by the way, if you'll do it in sim mode and then use your live accounts, you'll actually do so much better because nobody sees your targets. You've got what's called a simulated target and a simulated stop. So nobody out there in the market is seeing your orders. You're only having a simulated fire on your chart, and then the rest are fired on clones. Okay, by doing that, you're actually, say for instance, you're in 10 accounts, but you're not having to show everybody else where your targets and everything is. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. We're going to go ahead and we'll fire another trade just for the fun of it. We'll just do a bar close. Well, let's do our clones first. It's that quick to set them, by the way. Let's just go ahead and fire it. All right, let's fire 2. All right, now what you'll notice is if you go to your control center to positions, you're in all these positions, right? Now keep in mind this one here fired with Replicado also. That's another thing you don't want to do with Replicado because you get out of kilter. Okay, remember that one? So basically, you'll take away that window on Replicado. But let me show you something before this actually does anything. If I go to another chart, let's say I go to ES, and we'll just do our particular template because I like it. All right, and if I go to Chart Trader, you'll notice that on Sim 101, you have two contracts. Okay, let me go ahead and show you here. Let's just go ahead and do this. Now notice that this has your targets and your stop, but look at number 2. All they saw is your order. All they see is your order. But the moment that this gets to a target or a stop, it will kill them on all the accounts. So that's called a simulated stop. It's a legal term in NinjaTrader. That's the way our programmer designed this. Okay, so let's say that you're in all these accounts. You're seeing these are on your chart right here, but the very moment, let's just go ahead and make it stop out. I'll just move this right here. Bear with me a second. Oh, we'll go back to Object Trader. Bear with me 1 second. Let's go to Object Trader right here. Let's just move our stop because this stop is on Object Trader. Now notice if this actually touches that, it will get rid of all these accounts right here. See there? Now there's no cooler way to trade than this, because if you think about this, what if you cloned all those accounts and you were up like $4,000 already for the day? That's how good this clone can be. So this was developed by our programmer, and he's very, very good. He's done a lot of things for Viper. And this new clone device that we've actually developed here, whatever account, like for instance, see, I've got like Apex account for my wife. We played with some EarnMax accounts because our programmer had to make sure this worked on odd characters, things like that. So we have those two. I've got my Apex account on another machine that I trade. I've got Boolinox accounts. And all you have to do is start your particular connection. Let's just go to the EarnMax account instead. This is my wife's EarnMax that she was playing with, and I'll show you here. Bear with it just a second. And you'll see the EarnMax actual accounts. Now this was the stuff we played with just a minute ago. Okay, but see the EarnMax account right there, cloned those accounts right there, and then got through trading, and then just decided to keep trading one. The beauty of this is with this clone is once you get to your figure that you like for the day, then just clone maybe a couple of accounts. You don't have to clone them all or even half or whatever. So the beauty of this clone is that you just simply start it in simulated mode. It puts it on your chart, and then you choose your clones. You sign the little deal and you choose your clones, and it's that easy to do. See, if I wanted to trade on all three of those accounts, you just simply trade it. Now this is in true mode right now because it's on that EarnMax feed. But see how easy that is? I can also trade it in micro, just like that. And I choose to put my micro multiplier. I think I did that wrong a minute ago. This is your micro multiplier right there. See where it says micros multiplier? I just had this literally built yesterday, so bear with me a little bit because I changed this one instead of this one. Okay, so that is the Viper clone, and we're going to make this available to anybody that's with Viper, but we're going to start limiting it a little bit, simply because I probably have more than likely the most reasonable subscription fee for a room that calls trades in real time and has some of the best scripts out there. Because this clone that I just did, I literally just wrote the programmer a check for over $4,000 for it. And I don't charge anybody extra money when I build something, because I build this for my trading too. Okay, I've got a new feature in Object Trader called autofib. This autofib will continue drawing in real time. Okay, notice how that came to a perfect 61.8%. Could you be sitting there, now keep in mind it's already off of it, but I've got a right click feature where you could just simply say, you know what, I want to buy a contract when it touches that 61%. See what I mean? So ahead of time, you can be ready to take trades by simply using our tools. And I'm going to show you something here real quick too. Let's go ahead and go to oil just real quick, because I want to show you some trades that were called in real time in the room this morning. If you were in the room, you heard these, okay? And I'll teach you these trades too. Okay, I don't open the room until 7:45. So basically, up to this area here, you're on your own. But you can clearly see you were in an uptrend, right? So when I opened the room, you had a little mid-band trade. But if you check your Fibonacci, you found out that this trade was perfect. I called this trade in real time. This is called a phantom trade. We boxed it in. You got 10 ticks. See that 10 ticks right out of that box right up to there? Perfect trade setup. Held it because it got a higher low and got that monster move. Okay? And then when this started breaking down right through here, I called the target on it because we actually got this trade right there. That's a mid-band trade called out in real time. Our predictor even predicts it. And then I called in real time in the room 30. And if you come to my room, you'll see that we're pretty good at hitting those. Now, if somebody could say, well, that's hindsight now. No, it was called before that ever got there. How was that called before it ever got there? Because I teach people to see all four trends. This trend right here is this big trend. See it right there? What is that? Anybody guess it? That's a 38.2% retracement. Our auto fib caught it. Nailed it. So if you were short on this where I called this, that was a monster trade down to 30. But then we were already taking coin. We said, whoa, wait a minute. It hit a 38% retracement. It's going to bounce. And what did it do? It bounced. So if you come to my trading room, I run that trading room 5 days a week. I learned to trade, gosh, way back in the 80s. So I'm an old dude. But I've literally spent a lot of money learning to trade over the years. And now I'm in give back mode. I teach people to see what I see. And if you come to our room and trade each and every day, you'll find that you'll get this trade. You'll get this, by the way, this was also called, that's a phantom trade. This trade was called, that was a short trade, right down to 30. Okay. Then this right here after the inventory was nailed also, but well, this was before inventory, pardon me. This trade was called right here. And then we closed the room at 10 o'clock, which is right here. And we stayed for a couple of minutes. And this is what kind of happened at 10 o'clock. And then you broke down below support and look at that trade even there. That's called a mid-band trade. Now, with this clone feature, truthfully, all you've got to do is grab just a couple of, little decent trades, but then clone them. Because what I've done with my own son is where he's cloning his trades, and just basically the other day I showed it in the room. I think I've still got it, as a matter of fact, but he just nailed like 82 bucks and 84.20. And you think, well, that's not a lot, but he did it times 7 of his accounts. So it adds up. See, that's the way to do it. Clone your trades, mitigate your risk, and make sure that you just get in and out of trades. You don't just, how many times do they trend without doing major pullbacks? Not very often. So we get the pullbacks. And then we get out on trend line breaks and things like that. And I'll teach you all that. But that trading room, just to let you know, when I open the trading room each and every day from 7:45-ish, right in that area, 7:50 is the latest that I get in the room. So we're there 10 minutes before oil starts, and we get some good trades on like gold. We get some good trades on oil. We get some good trades on ES at the open of its market. I mean, look at gold here. This trade here, this was called as a phantom. Then it changed trends. See our trend change right here? See the mid-band change color? That hit our predictor perfectly, and our predictors are pretty good. And that trade was called in real time. And some people missed it. So what happened again? Well, it thrusted down, it retraced back to mid-band, and it rolled over again. Okay? It didn't take out the low by very much, so we looked for a phantom trade after that. This is a phantom short. So lots and lots of trades in the room. You don't have to get every one of them, especially if you clone your trades. Anybody have any questions on any of that? Because what I'm trying to do at Viper Trading Systems is give you the best scripts that any vendor out there has. I don't know of anybody that's got these auto fibs like this that just work perfectly for your Fibonacci retracements, because you can draw them with NinjaTraders, you know, like so, but that won't keep drawing like mine will. You know, for instance, that's been at a 38% retracement. It rolled, right? Okay, it's trying to go to a 50. Will it roll? But with my fibs, they'll keep drawing. If this keeps happening to go down, they'll just keep drawing. And there's your Fibonacci, nice and clear, where you can see where you can take those rollover trades. You're looking for another one right up here, and you're really looking for a phantom. But I'll also tell you this, that your line in the sand, you've got a low here, a high here, higher low, same high basically, higher low. This is your line in the sand, long short. So they start breaking this, and they're going to head up. If they pop up, pull back and kiss and take off. And you'll be able to do this in real time in my room. Okay, lots and lots of tools to use and pretty easy charts to read. So let's see some questions coming in. Gary, if I had two accounts, one for 50K and another for 100K, can you vary the number of contracts between the two live accounts? No, I don't have a ratio built into this one because it's part of a strategy, and it's a little different than Trade Copier and Replicando. They do have that ability to do that. The only way that, well, one way you could do it, David, would be to simply go to a quick chart trader and add on that one chart, because it'll still take it out on what's called the simulated target and stop. That's what I do personally. And it's a pretty easy fix like that. Let's see another coming in. Can Viper be used for 6E Euro? Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me look at 6E. We'll look at futures 6E. Doesn't look like I've got 6E on my list. You can even do Forex if you want. Let's see, I'd probably just have to set it on my instrument manager. No, there's 6E, sorry. Yeah, there's 6E right there. Yeah, see how perfect that was? I opened my room at 7:50, 7:45. I just taught you a beautiful trade just a few minutes ago called a phantom. Let's say I open my room right there. So at the time you have a low, high, lower, low, lower, so ABC type move. This is your line in sand long short right here. Anything under that, you're looking for shorts. That's a beautiful phantom trade setup right there. And by the way, our tools will even catch that. Let me show you something here. I've got a tool called Alert. Phantom short will flash. If this is far enough back in time, let me change the time on it, because that's quite a ways back in time. So let's go to our alert, change it to about, say, 1440 minutes instead, and set the alert. You should be able to see those flashing. There you go. See those flashing right there? That's alerting you that a phantom's at hand. So I've got lots of things on my charts. What about this? This is a mid-band trade. Mid-band short, flash. See right there? Beautiful flash saying, take me, take me. What about this one? Flash. See them right there, flashing. I've also got a mid-band trader in Object Trader. You can actually tell it that you want it right at mid-band. Let's go ahead and put Object Trader back on. And you can say, you know what, I want a mid-band trade. I want it within X ticks. Let's go ahead and go way over here to the side. You could even say, like for instance, this is a mid-band trade right here. Now I don't like this one because it didn't take out the low, okay? But here's your line of standalone short right here. So anything under that, you're still looking for shorts, okay? But you can turn on mid-band, you can turn on phantom. You know, phantom's actually going to look for this line 6 type trade when the background changes. You can tell it you want to go short. You can also use the bar close itself. You can use the little box, which simply draws with the last 2 bars. And you just let the box keep drawing, see how it draws automatically. And we even have a freeze button on it where you can actually hit the tab key and freeze it, and then it'll stay right where it's at. Unfreeze it, it'll move again. So you can do about anything you want with these. But and keep in mind, we do a lot of teaching on all this stuff. This webinar today is mostly about the clone to let people know how you'll be able to take trades, get nice profit, but do it times X number of accounts. It's huge. It'll really, really, really make a difference in your trading. Let me see if I've got a picture. Bear with me a second. I took a picture of my sons the other day. I think I've still got it. Let me look. It should be on my desktop. If I didn't delete it, which is possible because I delete a lot. Let's see here. Yeah, here it is right here. I'll just show it to you. This is live, not live stuff, but it was the other day. Okay, real quick. So you can see that I don't fib too. This is my son. His name's Randy. Okay, and what he did the other day is he simply cloned 5 accounts. Okay, notice that he got 8204, 8204, 8204, 87, and 87. That's a $460 day, and he did it in like 10 minutes. Because what he's in the process of doing is just simply funding these accounts. You'll notice that these 2 Apex accounts are funded right here. Okay, see the PA right there? So see how the clone could help you? It's huge. And by the way, this kid, he's my kid, but he's 45. But anyway, he doesn't get to trade literally on any day of the week except for about 25 minutes tops. So there's not a lot of trade setups that happen in 25 minutes, but he can usually get a good 10 tick trade or so and nail like 80, 90 bucks and just clone the account. Okay, so he does the same way. You just simply pick your clones. You have to tell it it is your sole responsibility to monitor positions, and then you just choose your clones. Boom, 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 hit the button and it'll trade it. Okay, anybody have any questions on this? One thing that you're going to find with Viper Trading Systems is that everything that has been part of Viper for 13 years now has been developed by traders for traders. You know, it's not just somebody out there programming that doesn't really know what's going on these charts, because I think you can clearly see that we do. So you come in and be a part of Viper, I can tell you this, that you will absolutely have some of the best tools out there. And this clone is worth its weight in gold. I've already had people telling me that are members that have got the clone already, that it's changed the way they even think about trading, because they don't take as much risk. It mitigates your risk a lot. What if I said, you know what, this is actually a short trade as long as that doesn't take this out? And what if I went short, but then quickly decided I didn't want that? Well, I can get out of it a lot quicker. What if I was trying like 4 contracts instead to try to get to $400? how about just trying to get to $100 with one contract times 4 accounts or 10 accounts? Apex will let you trade 20 accounts between you and your household. So, for instance, if my wife and I decided to clone the same trades, we can clone 20 accounts between us. And that makes a big difference in your bottom line, a huge difference. Okay, let's see. By the way, ask those questions away. There's a lot of people in this room, so ask any questions you want. The one thing that you will find with my room is that we will definitely call the trades in real time so that you can take advantage of them. You'll notice that we open the room. I'm going to show you where the room is open, and you'll see that you have just this amount of time to trade, right? 7:45, right about there. Maybe by the time I get the disclaimer on over, it's about 7:48. So right about there is where we started trading. That trade was called. Beautiful, beautiful trade. That trade was called beautiful trade. How many contracts would you, I mean, if you think about this, if you did 2 contracts on this trade that I just called there and here, you're done for the day. You didn't need this one. You didn't need this one. You didn't need this one. I did call that one too, by the way, and this one right here. So that's all you need. Matter of fact, we were playing around with some different bars when I called this one in the room this morning. And that was a nice one too. All you got to do is get a couple of those and you're done. Clone them and you're done. Okay? Let's see. I'm going to offer you a deal. All right? I want you to come in to be a part of Viper Trading Systems. So bear with me just a second. I forgot to copy my little deal, so I'm going to get it real quick. I paused the screen for just a second. And bear with me just one second. I'm going to get the deal I'm going to offer you. Should be in here somewhere. Where'd you go? There it is right there. And I'm going to put this in the basically the little chat box. All right, bear with me a second. I'll put it in the chat box. Okay, I just sent it in the chat box. Now, this is a link, by the way, and I'm going to open it up. Just one second. My audience view went away. There it is. Okay, I'm going to offer you this deal right here. If you go to our website, you'll find, and we're worth every penny of this too. That didn't go to the right spot. Just a second. Oh, I went to login. Go to pricing instead. If you even go right here, you'll find out that that's a pretty good price for what we offer. Okay, that's our regular subscription price. And I know that sounds a little bit up there, but I've got like $100,000 involved in Object Trader alone. So that's not a bad deal. And I got people that do that all the time. But I'm going to offer you this deal here. Where'd it go? There it is. For $249 a month. That's $150 off. And if you'll come in with me today, I'm going to give you an Apex $50,000 account. And if you'll buy another one, you can clone. I'll show you that deal. By the way, Apex right now is 71% off with a recurring 71% off with our code. So all you have to do is actually just click on here. It'll go to Apex's. If you've never been with Apex, you sign up. If you've been with them, you just add an account. You'll use our code. So instead of $167 a month, it's going to be like 40 something. But I'm going to pay your first month. Okay, so you'll get our scripts, you'll get a free Apex account, and this is limited, very limited offer because frankly, it's weird that I'd actually do this because we're well worth this price right here for absolute sure because I can make you this month this much on the first trade call out of the gate every day. We always get green in that trading room. Okay, so you'll get this price, but you'll also get an Apex $50,000 account, or I'll give you the money toward any one of the accounts if you want, but it'll be the 71% off of this price that I'll give you. You'll pay the tax. I don't think they charge tax anymore on Apex. So that'll come in, if you multiply that times 71% off, you'll see the figure. I think it's like $47 or something like that, and I'll pay that. Okay? So think about cloning your accounts, and it'll make a huge difference in how much you make every single day. Because I'm going to just show you real quick that trade, that trade, that trade, that trade, that trade, and that trade. And that was all that was called in the room. Okay, so let's start calculating it out. And for the fun of it, we're only going to do times one contract. Okay, so basically you had this trade here, that's 10 ticks. Okay, but we held it. So this is your trade right through there. See your trend line? We've got a tool, by the way, that'll take you out of that trade right there on that bar. It's called wedge. Okay, called this trade right here. That was another, what we call a phantom trade. Went a little bit deeper, but it's still a phantom. That was your out. Called this trade right here. That was your out. This trade right here is boxed in at the mid band. That was called right to 34.30 on the money. That trade was called right here, long. You can get out of that trade right through there because that's your trend line. And this trade was called right here. We like to get a thrust retrace and draw our trend line. So there's your trend line. You're getting out right through there. Okay, so let's just calculate those out just for the fun of it. All right, let's say there's a $100 bill, but let's just put it as the whole trade. So you're in at, say, 69 or 70, and you got out right up here at 11. That's 41 ticks, right? So that's $410, one contract. All right, this one you got in right through here at like 82. You got out right up here at about 02. So that's a 20 tick trade. Okay, so what did we say? 410, 20, that's 630, right? Anyway, you get the drift. You can see a $1,000 bill pretty easily, right? Clone it. You just did, without taking any risk, hardly at all, that trade, that trade, that trade, that trade, that trade, and that trade. And if you cloned them, you could be up $10,000 for the day. Now, are we promising that every day? No, nobody can make any promises on anything. Trading is, it's fun and risky. But if you've got a moderator that can call trades in a room in real time, and you've got the tools to take them, and you've got the ability to clone them, then how could you go wrong? Working for myself, you'll get the clone, you'll get any updates in the future, you'll get a free Apex account only today. And the reason for that is, and by the way, don't put in the full code. You have to use my coupon. I won't buy you a full priced Apex account. It has to be with the discount. The discount code on Apex is right here, AWRBNFVU. Use that code. When you sign up, it'll actually show you the 167. With that code, it'll be down to 40 something. And then just send me an email letting me know that you bought the Apex account, and we'll reimburse you. Okay? Come be a part of the team. I'd love to have you. Believe me, I've done so much since I lost my business partner. Since I'm the Lone Ranger, so to speak, I totally upgraded our website. It's very automated. For instance, if you come in on a trial, you've got a login, but you won't see everything I do because my login gets me to everything that we have. Okay, so this is all fully automated. But also, it's automated to the point where if you want to get in touch with me, just simply click chat and it'll come straight to my cell phone. Matter of fact, I'm doing away with the office phone. I purchased another phone, so we'll change the number on the site if I can't get that same number. But I'll have that cell phone on me at all times too. That way I've got my personal one and the business one. Not just out there, like with Chart Trader or something like that, to where you have to put in a custom strategy and that type of thing. This is all in this. It's even got trail stops and everything. I didn't take any time to tell you about this. It's got a great new button called Flatten All. This one is one of my favorite because let's say, for instance, you just wanted 500 for the day and you were on maybe gold and oil. The moment you hit $500, boom, flatten all, you're done. I did that on one of my accounts on Apex today, flattened it at 6 bills even. $600 for a day, 5 days a week, make another 2,500 on another account. That's the way to do it. And with this clone, you can do just that, and it will definitely lower your risk. Okay? Come join the team. You'll get all of this. In the future, I can't promise this because we may put out a version without the clone. Okay? Because I've got to, kind of keep in line with what I spend, obviously, also as the company and everything. And I spend around 35 to 50,000 a year just on these scripts to make sure that you've got the best scripts out there. All right, thanks everybody for showing up. Appreciate you coming, and come be part of the team. That room opens without fail 5 days a week unless it's a holiday, and I'm always in there on time, and I always call the trades in real time. Okay, and you'll have the best tools to trade it. Okay, I'm going to put this in the chat box one more time. Please take a moment and just go to that link, join up with the team. There it is, and I'll leave it up there for a minute. Let me go ahead and bring it up here too. There it is right there. If you want to just copy it down, I'll leave it up there for a minute. Okay. Another beauty of it, by the way, on a clone, let's say that you've only got an Apex account only, maybe one Apex account. Well, throw your object trader on in Sim and trade away. But then when you see the market really going your way, then turn on the clone. Because there's times you want to just kind of dip the toe or, feel the market out and everything. Just trade in Sim for a bit. Sharpen your skills. One of the things that makes me as good of a trader as I've become is because I literally read charts all day long. And I've done it for more than when I met Charles. I traded stocks and stuff way back in the day. So I've watched charts for a long time. Okay. All right. Be sure and go to that link right there to get that price. Send me an email and I'll give you the Apex $50,000 account. Just use my code. Okay, thanks everybody for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. This was right at 1 hour. It was recorded. I will get it out to everyone. Please join today if you want the Apex account. Okay, and the 249, that's a really good deal. We don't go lower than that simply because, well, I spend a lot of money keeping this business going. All right, thanks everyone. Have a good one. Anybody needs anything, by the way? Somebody said, how can I get in touch with you? Just go to the contact link or go to this little chat widget right here at the bottom of our page. Put your name in, your phone number, email address, and a message, and we'll get in touch with you right away. Okay? All right. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good one. See you in the trading rooms. Join up today. Thanks.